Bwana moderator, karibu sana to PCA Kariobangi South.
Thank you very much.
It's very nice to see you in our parish. For the sake of the viewers, maybe you could start by introducing yourself so that they get to know you. Yes.
I'm David Gathanju, and I love Jesus Christ as my personal Savior.
Amen.
And I thank God for this invitation. I had been here for, in my ministry, may I say, I have never stayed anywhere else, the shortest time, but this parish, or the Dandora parish, was the shortest time I stayed.
Okay.
And together with my family, we always remember that short time. It's very, very in the memory. I came here during the time of subdivision of Greater Dandora Parish. That ceremony was officiated by the late Very Reverend Bernard Mwidi. I was invited to come, and that same day I was welcomed by the presbytery, the Greater Nairobi Presbytery.
Okay. You mentioned about the Greater Dandora Parish. How many congregations did it have?
Well, it had more than 10 congregations.
Okay.
During that time, and as the story says. And Umoja had a very, very big membership. And Dandora and Kariobangi South were also growing. It was, people were settling in this area.
Yeah.
There was another settlement in Ruai.
Okay.
People were going there, and they had started some congregation. That is how I found it. And during that time, when the late Very Reverend Bernard Mwidi was talking about, he said, in order for the church to be effective and also touch the members in the ground, we need few congregations.
Okay.
So that is what I found by that time. And that Dandora, when it was subdivided, we were left with 3 congregations, Dandora, Kariobangi South, and another congregation down there. So I had only 3.
3 congregations. As the parish minister now?
As the parish minister.
Okay. So how long were you here in the Dandora parish?
In Dandora parish, I always say it was less than 1 year.
Less than 1 year?
Less than 1 year.
Okay.
I came late when the parish was subdivided. I had time to hand over the work in Naivasha. I also had time to find schools for my children. So I came late. And at the end of the year, when the appointment committee met, I had to be given 1 month leave, also to adjust myself to the new environment, and also to hand over the work here.
Okay.
So I say it was less than 1 year.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're posting to Kariobangi, to Dandora parish. You had come from Naivasha?
I had come from Naivasha.
Okay.
And I found it as a promotion.
Okay.
I had 13 congregations in Naivasha.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came here and I had 3 congregations, it was a relief.
Mm-hmm.
But although it was a relief, on the other side, I had a lot of adjustments that I had to make, and also some stress, because it was my first appointment to work in urban area. All that time, I had been rural areas.
Okay.
In my first appointment was in Othaya, where I was licensed. ordained, and I also stayed there. I had 6 congregations. Then from there, I was posted in Mazera. It was another rural area, very rural. And then from there, I was taken to Naivasha. Another rural, but a little bit semi-urban. But where I was staying, it was interior. I had to travel to Naivasha town. Part of my congregations were in Dandora. Up there, engineer. Yes, towards the Abadeas. Then it was from there that I was given that appointment or transfer to come to the city. So I was worried when I came here. When the parish was subdivided, I was inducted. I had already taken over the work. Then from there I went back to Naivasha, now to do the handing over, and a lot of work I did. I was the moderator of the presbytery, so I had to hand over all those offices. Now to come to urban, that was where the task was. I was not used to speak Kiswahili or English. So my English had been lost. We had a English service in Kariobangi South. And it was a stress to me to adjust, to familiarize myself, to speak Kiswahili, all those things.
Did you find us at the old sanctuary, the wooden one?
Yes, the wooden one.
Did you have a Kikuyu service by then?
Yes, it was the major service.
You're more comfortable in the Kikuyu service?
I was more comfortable in Kikuyu service than English service. But also in Kikuyu service, I was not comfortable enough because of the standard of the people, and I was used to row kind of the
rural area.
The rural area.
Did you find this a challenge?
It was a great challenge to me. One, when I see the mayor of the city sitting there,
in the congregation,
and I have never had such a person wherever I had served. When I see at the secretary in the Ministry of Finance, Mr. Muriuki sitting there,
Elder Muriuki,
and he was my treasurer. When I see the late Henry Dongo, a very big person in the KRA, and they were introduced to me. When I see Mr. Elder Kaguru working with United Nations, and I was not used to such class of people.
Yeah, true. Did you feel intimidated?
Very much. And I became more quiet. I never exposed myself because I was suffering from inferiority complex. The other thing is the house itself. In all those areas, it was my first time to stay in such a big mansion in Dandora, where there is electricity, where the toilets are in the house, where you have water in the house, all those. Because where I was, there was no such. So I was also feeling as if I'm not the person worthy
to deserve this.
I deserve this. Electric cookers, gas cookers. It was my first experience.
Had you moved with your family?
Yes, exactly.
They're also going through the same process?
We were going through the same process. And we were not feeling as if we are the people who are supposed to be there. And one thing that the guild did, they bought a carpet.
For the house?
For the house. And we have never seen it. We were wondering what's the use of
the carpet.
The carpet. Tulikuwa tunaingia na matope tu because we have never experienced such.
You'd walk on the carpet with matope.
I tell you, for the first 6 months, we were not feeling comfortable.
You are not getting, you had not been used to this kind of life.
Yes, we were not used.
Did you have a car?
No, that was another thing. When we had the meetings, you could find a lot of cars, 10 or more, with elders, with members. And I had no car.
You used to use a matatu?
I used to use a matatu, a bicycle, and also walking, because some areas you don't find matatus, you had to walk.
So when you came to Nairobi, mostly you are using matatus to come to...
One thing, the members were very generous, and especially the elders.
Okay.
When I had either a visit to somebody in hospital, they could offer themselves.
Oh, to drive
or assign somebody to come and pick me and take me to that area. Okay. So it was a kind of making me feel that I am accepted.
Okay. Within your short stay, did they buy for you a car here?
I tell you, within those 6 months, I would say I have never stayed anywhere else whereby the elder, the congregation, had a lot of concern with the minister. They had to see that I am comfortable. One, we had a meeting. We socialized. It was not meditated, but they really told me the story about the urban, how I could work and also be comfortable. I had an evangelist called Wabogo. And one thing they did is they told me all what they need to be fed spiritually. I should not worry about money. Money is not a problem with the congregation, but they need to be fed spiritually. Amen. That was one. Amen. Secondly, they told me we also need to be visited and also pray with our families. Yes. Thirdly, they told me our members need visit if they are admitted in hospital, if they have a graduation or any celebration. They expect the parish minister to be with them because they understood that I am suffering from inferiority complex. So they said to be effective in urban ministry, you have be with the members wherever they are, walk with them, have time with them, visit them in their business, and pray with them. Okay.
But so, then, about how big was the congregation at Kariobangi South?
It was a huge congregation because it was bigger than Dandora. Okay. And I think it was around more than 300 members.
300 members?
Yes. Okay. The youth was very active, and quite a good number of the members of youth. Now they are elders. Okay. I have one of them called Mambo, where I worship. Yeah. I have others, I know they are elders, and also ministers, and especially in Dandora. Okay. During my time, we had Reverend Solomon Waigwa is a minister, Gashao is a minister, Gudo is a minister. They were very, very active, and a number of them are elders. Okay. Yeah.
Which minister did you take from? Who handed over to you?
Well, Bagara was here.
Oh, Bagara.
During that time, I found Bagara, but he served in the greater Dandora Parish. Yes. When it was subdivided, he was transferred to head office, to head the Department of Training and Personnel Development. Okay. So in the new parish, the new Dandora, I was the first minister to be here. Okay. But may I say, if there was a success, it's the work of the elders, what they did, and also advised.
Yeah, well, at Kariobangi South, okay.
Here, Kariobangi South.
Okay.
And they had a very great vision of this parish and also the progress. I remember during that time, there was a plot in Zimmerman whereby Elder Kaguro was assigned duty to see that we start constructing, putting up a building.
Yes.
And we had other projects here.
Okay.
And another experience I found here, different from where I had served, is a lot of people were coming to say that we don't have, we had no supper last night. I have a medical bill. I want to go to visit. I had somebody, a relative is dead. I tell you, there was a lot of problem. For the first 3 months, there was a lot of problem. Coming and giving fare to people. Even I asked my wife, we cannot save anything because there are a lot of problems here with our members.
You are very needy.
Yes, and I was very generous. Yes, I never knew that some were also coming just to source money. Not that the relatives are dead, but only cheating.
Ah, okay.
But the elders, and especially from Kariobangi South, they helped me.
Okay.
We formed a committee called Board for Social Responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Any person who comes,
Yes, sir.
I was told to direct them to that committee. They go and see that person if they have any need.
Okay.
In food, money, and that really solved a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
That direct approach to you was taken out by the BSR.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Who did you hand over to?
I handed over to Rev Edwin Kibathi.
Kibathi?
Yeah,
or
Kibathi.
Rev Kibathi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and the car they had planned to buy, a Subaru car.
For you?
For me. And then Kibathi was fortunate. He drove.
He inherited it.
He inherited.
Okay.
Yes.
So your short stay, you went without driving?
Yeah, without driving.
But you could drive. I would imagine you could drive if you were given the car.
Yes, I could drive.
Okay.
But they had a good idea. Instead of having a personal car, they needed for a parish that if I leave, I will leave the car here.
The car to somebody else.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know whether to ask this. What prompted your short stay? Why did you go so soon?
What happened is in late training, there was this missionary who had come from Ireland. He was heading the department, no, he was in charge of theological education by extension.
Yeah.
And his time to leave had come. And the agreement was that when he leaves, they will take somebody from PCA, now not a missionary, but a local person.
Okay.
So, and the church found it fit that I go and join that department in lay training. By that time, we had moved from lay training to Presbyterian College. Yes. Yes, that's why I left a little bit earlier to take over that job. Yes.
By that time now you had been used to the city life.
Yeah, by that time I had adjusted, and it was a great promotion for me because what I learned and also experienced was quite a lot. I learned a lot of things from that short stay. Yes, and also a good relationship. Yes.
As a moderator, you came and inaugurated our office block.
Yeah.
Yes. You can remember that?
Yes, I can remember. It was my first assignment or my first ceremony to officiate and open that office block officially. I was elected as 19th moderator of General Assembly. And and also all that time, when I was transferred from Dandora to college, we had a very, very good relationship. They had been coming to visit me. And I remember a team came from Kariobangi South, not from Dandora, but Kariobangi South, led by the late Henry Dongo. They brought me a very big television, TV, Shivaki. I had, that time I used to, the small Great Wall.
Like the rat.
Yeah, the rat, yes. I remember one member called it a cafe. And we used to have a colored cover so that it can
Appear
colored. And I had not forgotten that time. They brought me that TV. And every child from the area I was settling, they were coming to watch a program. There was a program called Tausi.
Tausi, yes.
So we used to host a lot of children that evening.
To watch the program?
Yes.
Okay.
And we had a very, very good relationship. Okay. Indeed, it was out of that relationship that when I took over the office of the moderator, that 19th General Assembly moderator, they invited me. Okay. So my first assignment as the moderator of 19th General Assembly was to visit Kariobangi South and open that office block officially.
You were great.
It was also a very great moment for me. It coincided with first anniversary of passing on of my mother. So it coincided the same date. That's the date my mother had passed on. So I always remember the occasion as I remember my mother's first anniversary.
Okay.
Yes.
Which year was this when you opened the office block?
It was 2009. 09? Okay. April 09.
Okay.
Yes.
This is good. This has been a historical talk. The PCA Kariobangi South, as a parish, we are celebrating our 25th anniversary on 6th of April this year. And maybe since you were with us, however short it was, maybe we'll give a word of counsel to the congregation as they celebrate. Yes. They celebrate the 25th anniversary.
One, I thank God for this opportunity the Lord has given us, and also the beginning we had together. This is a very, very important moment or ceremony that we are preparing, that on 6th of April 2025. One thing is, it is a time of renewal. You look back, and also you start afresh. You gain a strength to, or it's a kind of a springboard to jump ahead. Secondly, it's also a time of reflection to see where you have come from and also have a vision where you are heading to. It is also very, very important time, as somebody has sung, if tomorrow never comes, what would you regret, or what would you have done that you did not do? It is also a time to do something that this generation will remember the people who were there. You have made a very big mark of the educational complex, but you need to have a kind of a project or something that you remind the upcoming generation of these 25 years or silver jubilee. May God bless Kariobangi South as you work towards the future and also leave something for the generations to come.
Wow. Thank you very much, moderator.
Thank you.
And for those wise words of wisdom. And if you have time, mark it in your diary.
Yeah.
We would love to see you here as one of those pioneers of PCA Kariobangi South. You've also challenged us. That challenge is good, that we must put up something that the congregation in future will remember the 25th anniversary when they look at it. And I think that is a good challenge, and I'm sure we throw it to the CAC session, and I'm sure they'll come up with something.
Thank you very
Besides
much.
now this, what we are going to do as a memorial celebration. Thank you very much, moderator.
Yes.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And your family, especially this 2025. And remember 6th of April.
Yeah, 6th
Thank
of
you so
April.
much. Thank you so much.
God bless. Thank you.